Hello, I'm Courtney, what's up? And today I'm going to be doing the Summer Reader Book Tag. So this tag consists of 10 questions dealing with the summertime season, and I'm so excited to do this. So let's get started with the tag, shall we? The first question is lemonade. Pick a book that started off bitter but got better. For this, I'm going to pick The Crown by Kiera Cass. When I read this book, the first 100 pages were okay and I wasn't really liking it that much, but once it got past the 100 page mark, I just couldn't put this book down and it was really good. I loved the last 100 pages or so of this book, but the beginning wasn't the best for me. But once I got past the beginning, it was all good. The next question is Golden Sun. Pick a book that made you smile beyond compare. For this, I'm going to pick The Hidden Oracle by Rick Riordan. I was so excited for this book. This was my most anticipated book release of 2016. So when May 3rd came and I got home from school and the package from Disney Hyperion was on my bed, I kind of just died on the inside. I was like, oh my gosh, it's there. It's here in my hands and I was just so happy. This book just brought back so much nostalgic moments for me with all the characters that I've missed so much coming back. And I just loved being back at Camp Half-Blood. I loved reading from Apollo and I loved seeing Percy, and just this book made me really happy. Question number 3 is Tropical Flowers. Pick a book set in a foreign country. For this, I'm going with Anna and the French Kiss by Stephanie Perkins. I think the reason why I chose this was because it just takes place in France, and France is foreign. I've never been there before, so it's foreign to me. And they do go to America in this, which that's where I live, but a majority of it is in France. Also, I picked it because Anna and the French Kiss is amazing and everyone should go read it because it's the best contemporary ever. It's now my fave contemporary. Question number 4 is Tree Shade. Pick a book in which a mysterious or shady character was first introduced. For this, I'm gonna go with Rysand from the A Court of Thorns and Roses trilogy by Sarah J. Maas. Now, don't get me wrong, I love Rysand after reading the sequel, but when I read this, I was a little iffy on Rysand because, he's from the Night Court and no one's ever been there, and he's super duper mean to Farah, and just, you're not sure if you could trust the guy. Rysand kind of just be doing the most in this book, and you're kind of just do I trust you? Do I like you? And you're not sure. But then when you get to the sequel, oh my gosh, you guys, A Court of Mist and Fury is so good, and Rysand is bae. But I definitely think that Rysand was a very mysterious guy while I read this book because he's not very open, and that's one of the reasons why I think I wasn't so sure about him, because he really wouldn't say much. Question number 5 is Beach Sand. Pick a book that was grainy and the plot barely developed. For this, I'm gonna go with The Catcher in the Rye by J.D. Salinger. I just read this book, so it's pretty fresh on my mind, and I have to say that the plot in this book is not the best. I honestly feel like there really isn't a plot to this story. Don't get me wrong, this was a good book. I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it either. It's just a flat out good book. But one of the things I didn't like about it was how there's barely a plot. It's just really Holden doing all this crazy stuff, and I was just what's the point of this book again? I did have a really fun time reading this book though. There were some parts that I really did enjoy, but then there were some other parts where I would read them and I would just be but how does this help the plot again? Because this honestly makes no sense at all. Question number 6 is Green Grass. Pick a character that were full of life, making you smile. For this, I'm going with my bae, Percy Jackson from Percy Jackson and the Olympians and Heroes of Olympus by Rick Riordan. I feel in all my videos I say how much I love Percy Jackson, and I'll never stop saying how much I love Percy Jackson because, oh my gosh, I love him more than words can describe. He's just the best. He has such a huge place in my heart, and these books changed my life, and I love Percy so so much. Percy Jackson will forever be my favorite fictional character of all time because honestly, he changed my life. Like, these books are some of the best things that has ever happened to me, and I will forever love Percy. Question number 7 is watermelon. Pick a book that had some juicy secrets. For this, I'm gonna go with A Court in Mist and Fury by Sarah J. Maas. My goodness gracious, the stuff that is revealed in this book, so juicy. It is so good. It just had me like gasping and being like, oh my goodness, I cannot believe this right now. But this book was just revealing the most, and my heart was not prepared for it. But I'm glad that some of the things that are revealed in this book are revealed, and just a bunch of stuff's revealed, and it's crazy. Question number 8 is Sun Hat. Pick a book that had a vast, big universe or setting. For this, I'm gonna go with the Magnus Chase and the Gods of Asgard trilogy by Rick Riordan. There are literally 9 different worlds in this story, and we only just get to see a few of them in this book. So I am so excited to read Hammer of Thor and explore more of the world because I want to see more of them and what they have in them, and I'm just really excited to read Hammer of Thor, okay? Question number 9 is barbecue. Pick a book in which a character was portrayed as a hunk. For this, I'm gonna go with Ronan from the Raven Cycle series. When I first read The Raven Boys, I thought of Ronan as this super muscular dude with a really large tattoo and was a punk and had no emotions because he cared about no one or nothing. But as you continue on reading the series, you actually realize that Ronan does have a heart and he does have feelings, and it's just like, what? Ronan goes through a lot of character development throughout these books, and that's something I love about him, how he starts to show his true emotions, and it's beautiful. And the final question is summer fun. Pass the tag on. I am going to tag Peyton from Peyton Reads, A Reader's World, and Maggie from A Bookish Fairy Tale. But that, my friends, was the summer reader book tag, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did like this video, give it a big thumbs up. If you want to watch more book tags from me, you can click the subscribe button down below. I'm Courtney, and I'll see y'all next time with a new video up soon, so I will see you then. So, goodbye! Yo!